Oh.
Mod queen, mod boss, hold the line. Alexandra, kick your G, power redefined. Melissa, one love, kindness in the storm. Jay Rizzo strikes, crypto artist born. Duality, see, not of this world. Alien truths in the waves unfurled. Jesus saves, blessings light the path. Heart throws the horns, thunder in the blast. Maybe a band-aid, rhythm breaks the cage. All set, grinding, eat the charge with rage. Kelly the caliphate stomps through the hate. Together we rise, together we shake. We wave riders, we ride or we fall. Wave riders, united we come for fire. The shadows will always remain. Ride on the wave, let it carry our name. In midnight echoes neon in the sky. Future in our veins, we were born to defy. Silent in the build, then the break comes loud. Wave riders forever, we stand unbowed. Legends on the crest never fade away. Crypto tide rising, we seize the day. Deep in the current, we bend but don't break. Together we rise, together we quake. We wave riders, we ride or we fall. Wave riders, united we come for fire. The shadows will always remain. Ride on the wave, let it carry our name. We wave riders, wave ride or we fall. Wave riders, united we come for fire. The shadows will always remain. Ride on the wave, let it carry our name. Wave riders, our names in the tide, forever alive. Wave riders. Wave riders. We ride or we fall. We ride or we fall. We ride or we riders. We rider alive. Forever alive.
Groovy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button and hitting that subscribe if you are new, and hitting that notification bell to be notified whenever I create new content when I go live. Monday is over. We prepare for Le Tuesday. See what we've got going on right now. Just kind of chopping about a little bit. And that's it. That's all today has been. Just a little bit of Chop City. So yeah. I see the usernames are not coming up again. That's cool. I don't understand what's going on with all of that, but not for me to understand, I suppose. Guys, we've got some ETFs. We got some ETFs launching tomorrow? What? I'm excited to see what happens with that. Is it a sell the news event, as most ETF launches tend to be? Maybe an initial pump, but maybe we already got that initial pump, so we gotta be careful. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Let's say good evening to the chat. Good evening, Alexandra Mod Boss, Mod Queen, Mod God. Thank you for being here. And thank you for pinning that Discord link in the chat. You know, I do appreciate that. Thank you for being here, Alexander G. As always, Duality C in the house as well. Not of this world, but he's in the chat. So that's awesome to me. What's going on, Duality C? What's going on? Maybe a bandage. How you doing? Good evening. Thank you for being here. All set in the house. What's going on? All set. All seta. All seta. Down all set hut. I've got to figure something out for you. I haven't come up with it yet. Let's see. We've got Kelly the Caliphant or Kelil 3845. Khalil. Melissa One Love. LBC OG in the house. Thank you for being here. Hey, all set. Hey, David. Hey, Kali. What's going on, Harp? How you doing, my friend? Throw the metal horns up. I appreciate you, David. I appreciate you as well. And that's it. All right, charts. We need the charts. Okay, so Bitcoin stalling at resistance. Let's take a little bit of a zoom out look here. So we are at a supply zone from which we broke down from. It was also a bearish backtest of the chart prime quantum reactor. You can see the dynamic reactor acted as resistance here, but then you can see we actually got above the dynamic reactor and pushed towards, and this is on the 4 hour, pushed towards the quantum reactor and have rejected. So I'd like to see that dynamic reactor on the 4 hour hold, maybe get it down there and get a push up. The one little problem, maybe not necessarily a problem, is we still have this CME gap below us. And yeah, you can see over here on the CME futures as well, also getting a bearish back test of that quantum reactor, but above that dynamic reactor. Now you can wick through the dynamic reactor and still get a bounce, but that's what we'll be looking for. We want to see price get down into that CME gap and get a bounce and get some continuation in here, creating more higher highs and higher lows. But if we do get the bounce here, I want to see a little bit more conviction. I don't want to continue to chop personally, because this can easily just turn into built up liquidity, turn into a bear flag, and roll over. And we don't want that. Let's go back to our perp chart. So we've got money flow in the green on the perp chart. A trend fusion is above the 0 line. A true 7 is above the 0 line. So that's all looking good. We are getting some reversal signals right here at the quantum reactor. We got the overbought signal right here and these downwards reversal signals here. And our volume matrix is kind of fading out a little bit. Now you could see over here we got a little bit of a fade out there, but ultimately that still led to higher prices. So just because this is fading out a little bit doesn't mean it can't come right back to the green and push higher. The power bar is also fading out just a tad bit here. Again, it's just pullback. So for now, we'll have to see if we can get that bounce off of that dynamic reactor and then continue higher. Now the bounce off the dynamic reactor would, that's a good question. Would the dynamic reactor, let's see, current price on CME futures is 114,465, whereas on the perp chart it's 114,314. So it's a little bit higher on the CME. Yeah, about $1.50. Trying to see where these line up. off of that imbalance, but it might want to come back. It'll probably want to come back to fill that. Let's see, on the lower time frames, there might be equal lows over here. Relatively equal lows. That's a nice little breakout there. Yeah. A little bit of an imbalance in this candle as well. Let's see, on the 1 hour, that gets us all the way down to 112.240. 196 for the dynamic reactor. So either way, no matter what it is, we want to see a bounce off of the dynamic reactor, both on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, and get some continuation here, and hopefully some continuation with some strength. That would be amazing. Beautiful day. Oh, what's going on, David Gelfin? Thank you for being here. Oh my God, 6 months of snow a year, probably sometimes more. Oof. I couldn't do that, man. I could not do that. Is Bitcoin trying to go parabolic on the 4 hour? We don't care if it's going parabolic on the 4 hour. Let's see. Let's just go over to the news real quick. So we have Solana Litecoin and HBAR ETFs to launch Tuesday, tomorrow. Crypto markets may see another wave of exchange-traded fund debuts this week, with Solana Litecoin and HBAR funds appearing in U.S. exchange listings ahead of a potential launch on Tuesday. According to Bloomberg analyst Eric Balchunas, who's pretty credible, U.S. exchange listing notices have appeared for Bitwise's Solana ETF and Canary's Litecoin ETF and HBAR HBAR's ETF, with the funds slated to go live on Tuesday. In an X post, Balchunas said Grayscale Solana Trust is expected to convert to an ETF the following day. Confirmed, the exchange has just posted listing notices for Bitwise, Solana, Canary Litecoin, and Canary HBAR to launch tomorrow, and Grayscale Solana to convert the day after. Assuming there's not some last-minute SEC intervention, looks like this is happening. So, crypto ETF is a fund traded on a stock exchange that allows investors to gain exposure to digital assets. The approval process for crypto ETFs in the U.S. markets has stalled since the federal government shut down on October 1st. However, the Securities and Exchange Commission is still operating, albeit at a limited capacity. The SEC approved the first U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs on January 10th, 2024, opening the door for ETFs to be listed and traded by BlackRock, Grayscale, Bitwise, ARK21 shares, WisdomTree, Fidelity, blah, blah, blah. Solana staking ETFs. Now, this is interesting to me. Staking, which involves locking up cryptocurrency to help secure a proof-of-stake blockchain like Solana and earning rewards paid out in the same token, has become one of the main narratives in crypto this year. In July, the Rex Osprey Solana staking ETF debuted on the CBOE BZK exchange, becoming the first crypto staking ETF approved in the United States. Grayscale recently added staking to its Solana Trust following the SEC September statement clarifying that certain staking activities do not constitute securities offerings. Bitwise's proposed. So we've got ETFs for Solana, Litecoin, and HBAR. How are we doing, Solana? Salama, as I like to call it. How are we doing, Salama? Battling up against the quantum reactor here on the 4 hour, getting a nice little squeeze between the dynamic and the quantum reactor. That could lead to a pretty explosive breakout. But also we got to be careful that could come back down to the quantum reactor before we get some continuation. So just be aware of that. Those lows look juicy to me. Gotta be careful. Gotta watch out for that swing fail and then a push down. Swing fail. The white line on here should be old all-time high, perhaps. Back up. What just happened? Oh, no. Okay. It's just this consolidation range that we've been in forever on Solana. Solama. How long have we been in this consolidation range? 84 weeks. Over a year. Wow. Almost 2 years. That is crazy. When did this high come in here? March of 2024. Holy cow. Solana hasn't done anything since March last year. That's kind of crazy. But it's still, I can't even tell you the last time I looked at this chart, and it's still playing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. Now, the question is, will we get some kind of rotation from these, from Bitcoin, Ethereum, your Solana, your Litecoin, depending on how Litecoin does, and HBAR? Sorry. Oh. Will we get rotation from Bitcoin, from gold into Bitcoin? I don't know. That tends to be a narrative that you see a lot out there on the Twitters. So, but it's we got to wait to see if it'll actually come true. OMG, I would love a bit of snow. Haven't seen any in a few years. That's a lot, Kelly. Yeah, I can go to the mountains during winter for snow. 2-hour drive. Gotta love a little longer time frame perspective. Yep. Imagine if you were just accumulating Solana this whole freaking time for over a year. Pretty wild. Let's put a fib on this thing. Put a fib on that thing. Yep, that's how I got to that. A full 4.236 extension would be a price of, I cannot read that, $1,048. Is that possible? Absolutely. It's first of all, it's only a 5x from here. Bitcoin almost was, where was it? 40K? Did it do a 3x? Did Bitcoin do a 3x? What, after the ETFs launch? Either way, if Bitcoin did a 2x, I mean, then Solana could definitely do a 5x. And then the question is going to be, will we see rotation from these into mid caps and small cap cryptos? And that's a really big question. And will it even matter is another question that needs to be answered. Because is there enough liquidity out there to push the altcoins, the rest of them, the smaller ones? Maybe, maybe not. Only time will tell. But this looks amazing. This actually is great structure here, and it's coming up to the top of the range. Can you not? But the volume matrix is in the red, so just mixed signals across the board, so not really saying anything here on the weekly chart. On the daily, we do have the trend fusion getting a nice push to the upside here, but that money flow is still in the red on the trend fusion, so on the daily. So we got, yeah, got to be careful here. We're getting reversal signals right as we come into the quantum reactor. Like I said, these lows look kind of juicy over here, so it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I want you to know that it is a possibility that this comes down and takes these lows, okay? Very big possibility, especially if we get a rejection here. But yeah, depends if you are counting it from the post ETF launch lows at 39K or not. Yeah, I thought we were, I know didn't we come up short of 50K, like 49 something, before it went down to 39? I don't really remember. I mean, I guess I could look, but what would be the fun in that? We're just here to speculate. Love seeing the sharks and the waves. Let's see some waves in the chat, some more waves in the chat. Yeah, all the waves. Let's see if those lows can hold. That's all I gotta say on that. Let's see if those lows can hold. It's 1, 2, 3. I mean, nice ABC correction there. Doesn't want to turn into a 5-wave correction. Remember, 5-wave corrections do not have the same rules as 5-wave impulses. 5-wave corrections can, the swing lows and swing highs can overlap on each other if you're in the middle of a correction. So this is a possibility. It's also possible that ABC is done and it doesn't have to do anything else. We do have some equal highs, 3 equal highs up here. So, I mean, I do believe we will be coming back up to the upside. It's just a matter of, to me, when, not if, on Solana. What's the current price? 200 doll hairs and 54 cents. Building a server at the moment, but I do have my limit long set. Hey, there you go. Limit. I'll limit them. Yeah, and on the 4-hour, we also have the bearish power bar starting to fire off. And yeah, the True 7 is pushing down. The trend fusion is above the 0 line, and the money flow is hugging the 0 line. So that's what I mean by just kind of like mixed signals. And yeah, if it is to push to the upside, we want to see strong pushes. We don't want to see any kind of weak, what is Alex O'Crypto called, namby-pamby stuff. We don't want to see that, okay? We don't want to see any weak price action. We want to see that thing get going. If it's kind of weak and struggling, then it's probably going to roll over. It's just how it is. Now, we are expecting rate cuts on Wednesday, or a rate cut on Wednesday. So we have the bullish narratives going. We got the ETFs. We've got rate cut coming. Is it going to be enough to push price? Maybe short term. We have barriers in front of us. You see them. I've shown them. Let's move on. LTC, USD, barriers. Oh, wow. Excuse me, my goodness. It just hit me as soon as I sat down, I swear. Okay, so we tapped the quantum reactor here on the 4-hour. This is a little bit more bullish price action. I'm not really sure. I mean, it could come down here to try and attack this low. We do have a 4-hour fair value gap that has not been touched over here. Where's my gray box? Extendo. Can you see that? Yep. So there's that 4-hour fair value gap. Got to pay attention to that. Keep that on. Keep this on the chart. Has a potential support zone right now. Yeah, rejecting the quantum reactor below the dynamic reactor here on the 4-hour. Yeah, I mean this. Yeah, yeah. It could definitely come down. It could definitely come down. Oof. Jay Violet, Mike Volmer, what's going on, fam? How y'all doing? Thank you for being here. Y'all are amazing. Oh, sorry, I've got the sniffles. The weather's changing. I love the colder weather, but it always comes with sniffles for me. and I can't do anything about it. Yeah, this 4-hour candle's looking a little bearish here on Litecoin. This looks like a pump up, and then, I mean, obviously a sell-off, but the question is, let's see, broke below the quantum reactor, got a rejection off the quantum reactor. That's looking kind of bearish. Money flows in the green. Transfusion's back above the 0 line. Volume matrix is printing green. The telling you guys. Ugh. Woo. Okay. Oh, I'm not doing well right now. What's up, Jesse? How you doing? Jesse, good luck. My goodness. I can't. I'm trying to like breathe over here. Litecoin. Yeah, that's what we were doing. I mean, it's just pretty much the same. If we're gonna push, we need to push. Like, stop meandering and just get going. Otherwise, these will all probably roll over. Oh, HBAR. Are you leading the way? Is that what you're doing, sir? Ma'am? Sorry, I don't mean to misgender you, HBAR. SFP. Jesse just got me a wrench, so thought I'd return the favor. Jesse got you a wrench? Huh? Did you change your name to Mod King? Wait, how do you have a crown? I thought those were for members. And I don't have members. They just have top fans on here? Interesting. Duality C? He's barely even said a word. Yeah, look at HBAR go, man. Is this leading the way? That's the question. Well, we've got to get through this high. We can't struggle here, because then it becomes a SFP, swing fail pattern. And yeah, just top fans. Okay, I thought it was maybe it's just members tend to get points, more points than non-members, because I'm still pretty far away. Mike Vollmer subscribed to my channel. It's about time. Hey, we're at 7-11, guys. 7-11. Excellent. We're at 900 valid public watch hours. And how long have we been doing this, fam? How long have I been solo? 3 months? Has it even been 3 months? I'm not even sure. So maybe I'll hit my goal at maybe I'll hit 3,000 at hopefully within a year. So we'll see. I need to do more shorts. I need some more shorts. Does anybody want to do create some shorts out of my videos for me? I just don't have the time, man. I mean, I could do some little. I mean, they're literally shorts, but and I don't have to take them from my videos. I could just take some, do some short videos. I've actually got some ideas for some fun shorts, not more like fun as an entertainment. Skits. I've got some ideas for skits. Yeah, this is looking good. You will, Alexander G? I mean, if you have the time, I mean, you already do so much for so many people. Like the timestamps. How do you like are you like doing the timestamps as the show is going on? Like how do you do that? I know you're not going back and watching the whole thing, are you? You have great shorts? I do. Do the skits? Yeah. I thought about it. Okay, so all right. Okay, so imagine this, all right? I don't have any lines or anything yet, but it's just a video of like, you know how we have some debates sometimes amongst each other, amongst ourselves, me and others, me and BC, me and Army Piper, and where did you get the LBC swimsuit calendar? Not telling you that. Uh, and I was thinking, I'm gonna go on Amazon and get me a bald cap. I'm gonna get me some glasses, and then I'm gonna pretend like I'm Piper, and I'm gonna go and get an otter, and maybe get some OG swag, and then I'm gonna pretend to be Alex, and I'm gonna be myself, and maybe I'll do something to maybe I'll buy me a tiger shirt, you know, like how BC Poor Corp wears, and just create some skits, some back and forths. Don't tell anybody, okay? Only the 13 of you watching this right now know of these plans, okay? Offshore miner, what's going on, my friend? And just have like kind of like a debate based off, or maybe not a debate, but just do skit based off everybody's, you know, little personalities, their own personalities and quirks and all that stuff. So it's I'll be thinking about stuff, okay? My creative juices got to get put to use. All right, looks like buyers are trying to step in here on HBAR. Let's go back to that 15. So it's trying to get back above that high. Right now it's testing it as potential resistance. So let's be careful. T.I. Joe in the house. Bingo and a bango. Trade Intuition. Thank you for joining me this evening. Make sure you guys are subscribed to T.I. Joe. Trade Intuition. Good dude. Calls out Furus. And but also it's good at the charts. You can learn you something. And not just good at charts, but good advice. Not advice. It's not advice. Good education. Information? There we go. It's not financial advice. Bitcoin dominance. I realized we didn't go over this last night for the macro outlook, macro Monday, Sunday, fun day thing. Look at this dominance. It's I don't know what to make of this. Of course, this was the dump, so this was going to happen. But, I mean, before that and even after that, we're still just grinding slowly to the upside here on our Bitcoin dominance. And it's just been in this channel. And I feel like it's got to break one way or the other. The question is which way? Right now, everything is kind of pointing towards a little bit of bearishness, except for the quantum and dynamic reactors, which they are joined here. When they meet and you get on price charts, it might be different here on the dominance chart, but on price charts, typically when they join, after you've broken above both of them and you come back and hit both of them, typically that's a good spot to see a bounce. So look out, because if that is what happens, then that means Bitcoin is stealing the show. Oh, goodness. It's not this, okay? It's not the chinchilla. It's allergies. Not even allergies. It's just weather, changing weather. I was trying to forward to you, just finished my stream, but couldn't forward to you. Have you set that up on YouTube? I didn't know. I have to set it up on my end. I'll have to look into that after the stream. Oh, ETH also did get up to over 4,200 today. Getting a back test here. That's nice. So we get a breakout of the high here, and now we're getting a back test. We do have the dynamic reactor just below this level here at 4115, and the dynamic reactor sitting there at $4,070. Yep. So, oh, there is something I saw today. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Where? One second. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Blockchain Backer posted this earlier today. Freaking out. Calm down. Okay, so this is the XRP price chart. I mean, this is the crypto total market cap, top 10. Oh, excluding the top 10. I believe isn't that the others chart? Yeah, pretty sure. All right, so let's see. We've got a liquidation here, a bounce up into supply. You get the liquidation, bounce up into supply, pull back down, push up, break through the supply, then break down, consolidate, break down, consolidate, take out the low, back up here, pull back, get moving, and then roll over. So he just said, just keep an eye on it, okay? And yeah, this is definitely something. This is definitely something of a possibility. This is a possibility. This is a bit of a concern. We'll just have to see what. We'll have to see what happens. Now, I will say, in my opinion, this move up here is very corrective. This looks like just a bid, what just happened? Why did you do that? This right here is just a very sloppy correction type of behavior in here, looking for stop runs, and where this is more of looks more like a spot bid. You're just bidding it to the upside. So a little bit different market structures between these push-ups, these breaks here. So but still got to be careful here, because that could easily turn into that swing fail pattern. So you fail to claim it twice, you come back down and you come back up to it, you fail to take it again, I mean, and you use it as resistance, that's almost going to be lights out every time. So that's what you got to keep. keep an eye on. You got to get to breakthrough, and then you've got to sustain the move and keep and hold the highs. So we'll see how things play out. Send it all to zero. No. LOL, the NOAA hurricane spotters aircraft had to bail from the eye wall of that hurricane because the turbulence was so heavy. First of all, you're crazy even flying anywhere near that thing. Like, why? Already flooding some places of Florida. Oof. Yeah, it's a monster of a hurricane. Did someone say dump? Oh, look at that. Army Piper's sitting here chatting from the toilet, from the turlet. What's going on, Piper? How you doing, my friend? Thank you. Thank you for joining us here and stopping by to say hello. Yeah, I did say dump, okay? I did say potential dump coming. I just think these these lows look juicy. I think these lows look juicy in here. And we're kind of we're rejecting at key areas. So definitely not a time to get super bullish yet. Okay? Gotta wait. Just because the narrative is popping up, you got the ETFs launching tomorrow. The Solana, Litecoin, and HBAR ETFs launching tomorrow does not mean it's just full bull mode now. So, especially for your random altcoins. At the very least, it might be bullish for those three, but outside of that, Liquid Diddy, they sure do. My area is flooded twice this summer. Yeah, bullish. Oh, that reminds me. Check this out, guys. This is kind of crazy. Let's go to the monthly chart. Well, earlier today, October did turn green. October did turn green, but right now it is one of the most indecisive looking candles I've ever seen in my life. Pretty wild for a monthly chart. Let's go to a different exchange or different chart. Let's do Coinbase. It's like a shooting starro. Wait a minute. North Star? I think it's called North Star. Candlestick. Bearish? Not a North Star. What is this one called? It's not a doji. Anybody? Joe? Piper? What the heck is this? It's not a doji. What is it? Yes, North Star. You said? This is saying doji. Am I losing my mind? It's possible. Doji? Evening Star. Maybe it's Evening Star. Candlestick bearish. Evening Star. That's the one. That's the one. Evening Star candlestick. Definition, structure, trading advantages and disadvantages. Evening Star candlestick. So basically, we don't want this thing to turn... We want this thing to turn green, I think. Gap down, gap up. It's more for your stocks. Yeah, Yeah, here we go. There's one. Yep, very indecisive candle. Usually does not pan out well. This one's green, but it still comes down. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Bull run's over, guys. Pack it up. Time to go home. Grab your ball and go home. We don't want you here no more. Chart Prime has it in its candle patterns. I'll have to take a look at that. But yeah, either way, it's indecision. Bulls aren't winning, bears aren't winning, no one's winning. And in fact, both sides got wrecked. Okay? And this actually does not bode well, to be quite honest with you guys. The last time we got something similar, well, there's one right here, but it's not at the top. This one took out a high. This one did not. So that is some key context difference there. However, this was also a liquidation. Now, this is the Coinbase chart. This is the spot chart. This is much lower on your perp charts, or a little bit lower on your perp charts. Ooh. I mean, we're still above the dynamic reactor here on the monthly chart, so that's good. That's a plus. The weekly should still be above it there. Yeah, well above it there. But that high, the top side of that is coming in at $76,561. Now, we have not touched the dynamic reactor on the weekly chart since October of 2023. Not even 2024. It's been 2 years since the weekly dynamic reactor has been touched on the Coinbase spot chart. I sold 90% of DCA bag I'm guessing you mean last night, on limit order at $116,000. And there you go. So Bitcoin. Piper is bearish. I mean, look at here at the weekly chart. I mean, you see that trend fusion coming to the downside. You've got bearish divergences. Yeah, when you zoom out, it doesn't look as pretty. Does not look as pretty. Let's go to the daily. Selling 90% of my bags in the coming weeks. Yeah, night. Sorry. Yeah. I picked up on it. Now, on the daily, we do have some bullish divergences here. We are above the daily dynamic reactor, and we're above the daily quantum reactor. And we are still just in a correcting consolidation type of pattern. So, not all is lost just yet, but we might see a nice dip. That's the thing. And we kind of expected. I mean, at least here on the daily, this kind of is starting to look more and more like an ABC correction in here. And I think we pointed this out on one of these charts. And we come down. We take out that 98K. Does that get us to the 96.2? I want my 96.2. I want it. I want my 96.2. Maybe it wasn't that one. This one. Give me my 96.2. And I'll be happy. Hopefully, we'll get a bounce from there. HBAR rolling over. Yeah, I figured. HBAR was putting in a potential swing fail pattern in here. Yep. Yup. Yep. Telling you, man, I really don't like buildups like this. It's trying to roll over. 15, 5. created and see if it takes out this low, because this could still just be a little bit of a correction before continuation, but it's more of a topping structure. I mean, three peaks. Bring it on down. It's almost like a Bart Simpson, but not quite. I've also seen these turn around though, so that's why I said if it takes out this low, then yeah, I mean, unless it wants to chill. Who knows? We'll find out in the morning what happens, okay? London will let us know what's going to happen. We got ETFs coming out, and like I said, freaking 9 times out of 10, that's a sell the news event. So just so you know, just be prepared. That's a very big possibility because of that. I don't even think we went over the USDT dominance last night either, and it is looking kind of bullish. Now, it is up at resistance. Need to really zoom out on this. Okay, there we go. All right, so right now it's coming back to this low. And it's rejecting it currently. Hold on. April 22nd, 96K-ish, April 22nd. Why April 22nd? What? We trying to predict time now? There is a... Oh, I see. When I sell my bags, I continue my DCA weekly still. There is a daily CME gap down there from April FOMC Darth Maul Wick to 111K to fill CME gap on BTC, 96K-ish, April 22nd, the 5-minute bear dip played that brought you down there already. Do you set alerts on USDT.com? Scroll up. I got it. I got it, bro. April. Boom. No. April, May. April 22nd. Oh, I see. I see it. Wait, that's 90 something, 92. You said you wanted that level to be hit. The gap is there. April 22nd. This is April 22nd, but this is at 92. Which chart? Put it on the daily, bro. Oh, okay. April 22nd. I mean, that's still this gap. I mean, we're still sitting there at 92, 93. Pepe's been volatile. I wouldn't know. You got that gap. You also have this little bit of a gap here, kind of. Does have a wick there, but that's more of that 96,465. That's it. I'm in bed. Couldn't remember the date or price. Yeah, so you got the 92 one there. You do have a little bit of a gap in the bodies here at that 96,600, 96,700 area. So, I mean, yeah, possible potential. Let's see with our volume footprints. Yeah, look at that. We have volume footprints over here as well. Yeah, we've got the volume footprints right here, right at the top side of this one down here. Man, we might be coming down to the 90s, low 90s. Be careful, schmerful. I recently saw someone talk about setting alerts called take profit on USDT.dom support levels. Probably not a bad idea. So yeah. Definitely got the CME oscillator on the daily does not look good. Money flows in the red, trend fusions below the zero line, true sevens below the zero line, volume matrix is red. Red power bar is kind of fading, but that can light right back up. So right now, that's saying kind of bearish. Then we go over to, let's actually do Coinbase. There we go. Yeah, I mean, your money flow is in the red. Your trend fusion did cross above the zero line, but that could easily roll over and come back over. You do have the true 7 in the red, the volume matrix in the red, power bar in the red. Like the daily is not looking good as far as the oscillator is concerned. So it has, like I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, it has work to do. It still has work to do, and we might just get a liquidity, another flush, and then a bounce. I mean, it could be as simple as that. It could be quick and over. Could be donezo, and then we'll just be looking back at this like, yeah, man, it's kind of crazy how that happened, right? Shorts. Shorts. Who wears shorts? All set wears shorts. Just saying, last 2 times I've taken profits this cycle, prices dropped 30%. Ooh. Let's get the 111 gap from this weekend first. Fair enough. Yep. The thing about those gaps is that you have 2 options. You either bounce off of them or you cut through them. Like, that's like price just slices through them and just keeps going. So we'll see what happens. I'm a down jacket at the moment. Dang, that sucks. Sorry for the sniffles again. I'll try to get rid of them. Thank you all for joining me this lovely evening. Remember, ETFs launch tomorrow. It's usually the best time to go short is any time you get an ETF launch, especially on the ones that are like long ETFs or short ETFs, like they're specifically long or short the market. It's always funny how you typically get long ETFs at highs, and they pretty much always roll over, dump, and vice versa for the short ETFs. Typically, you get a pump on those because that's just, and they get released at the lows. Interesting timing, you know. So just be careful with the ETFs. It's not crazy that price is moving. This is how they like to get you. They like to start bidding that price up, knowing about the good news that's coming, so that they can then turn around and dump it on your head. I wish I had bookmarked this one tweet that I saw earlier today, and it said that it was basically showing for the past several weeks. I think maybe there was 1 week where it didn't happen, and I can't remember how many weeks it went back, but like I said, it was like several weeks. But it was Monday puts in the high of the week and Tuesday puts in the low of the week. So what does that mean? Monday was up today, or at least overnight we went up, and then Tuesday might put in the low of the week, so we'll probably go lower. I mean, if you're just following the laws, probabilities, statistics of what's been happening most recently, that's what we should expect. So be careful tomorrow. Don't get caught in the hype. Okay. At the very least, let the dust settle before you try to go too crazy. Okay, let the market prove itself. Let Bitcoin prove itself. Let Solana, Litecoin, HBAR, let them prove themselves. But right now, it looks like they're just went into resistance or swept highs and are getting swing failed patterns, and they could probably go down lower. USDT dominance is at resistance itself. Assets are going down. But I digress. Thank you all for joining me this evening. Maybe you need a humidifier. Maybe. Although it's already pretty humid here in the South. I need a dehumidifier. You guys ever heard that Stephen Wright joke? Do you know Stephen Wright? Very deadpan. And just tells like the simplest of jokes. He's got one where he's like, I want to take a humidifier and a dehumidifier and put them in the same room and let them battle it out. And that's it. That's all it is. That's pretty good. I once lived on a highway. The end of my driveway was on a highway. I used to have to leave my house going 55 miles an hour. Anyways, thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate each and every single last one of you. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out, hitting that subscribe if you are new, and hit that notification bell to be notified for whenever I create or drop or upload new content. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow evening. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I will catch you all in the next one. Mad love. God bless. Peace out. Gang. Bye.
I put on LTC. I put on LTC. Yeah, I put over ABC, over ABC. I put over ABC, over ABC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon guys on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Started with a vision, now we running the game. Charts glow, purple teal, yeah, you know the name. From the beach to the block, we controlling the tide. Every candle that we light, that's the wave we ride. I've been grinding through the night, while the city don't sleep. Putting LBC on maps, taking wins, stacking deep. From the charts to the streets, got the fam in the mix. Every move calculated, yeah, we playing with steel. I put over LBC, over LBC. I put over LBC, over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon guys on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Crypto hustle late nights, yeah, we stay in the zone. Stacking knowledge, stacking bags, turning charts into gold. Market makers throw shade, but we glow through the rain. Every dip just a test, every loss turns to gain. Got the fam worldwide, but the roots run deep. From the med, I was grind to the LBC streets. This for every wave rider who believed in the dream. We gon' put it on the map, keep it real, reign supreme. Reign supreme, reign supreme, reign supreme. I put over LBC, over LBC.